Starting a group or a club called ANDYSMANCLUB, and the reason I came up with it because I've been passionate about mental health for a long time. 3 months ago, my brother-in-law died by suicide, and I wanted to do something where I could personally contribute and make a group and go and help other men. Come up with a plan where guys could come together and talk, and if it ends up being like tonight's the first night, so I'm quite nervous about tonight and who turns up, but the outreach that I've received has been unbelievable, and it's so rewarding now looking at what we've done and why we've set it up. Along with Andy's mum, we've got a purpose behind it, which is mental health and Andy, and that his name can live on and create a legacy and helping. And if we can move this to Bradford and Leeds and so on, and other people get involved and they want to set up an Andy's Man Club in Nottingham or up in Scotland, that'd be ideal.
Okay guys, are we ready after 3? 1, 2, 3. It's okay to talk!
Andy's Man Club.
Andy's Man Club. Andy's Man Club.
Andy's Man Club.
We're here at Albert Prom. Significant for 2 reasons for me. One, we're just above where Andy died by suicide. And 2, we're just above the Tower House where I approached you 5 years ago and said, can we start Andy Roberts Coffee Club? Which no one will have heard of because you accepted the idea but declined the name. And then we both went away, didn't we? And you'd thought of Andy's an acronym, and I'd thought of this thing, Man Club, and together we created the beast that is now well known as Andy's Man Club. How did you feel heading there that first night?
Excited, actually. I remember going to Morrison's to buy tea, coffee and sugar, and like you said to me, there'll only be us turn up, there won't be anyone there, and I says I can put up with you for an hour. And I were actually amazed that 9 guys walked through the door.
And all opened up.
And accepted me being there.
Yeah.
So what's your biggest few highlights been over the last 5 years?
The overall journey, like, I won't change anything from putting that first post out to doing that Sky Sports interview to having no idea how many guys would come, to 9 guys turning up, to then 15 guys turning up. It just completely exploded to the next minute being down doing stuff with Samaritans, Professor Green, Prince Charles, Prince Harry, letters off Theresa May, the Queen's Award, Uni Lad Bible, shortlist, like the list goes on.
Just took over, didn't it?
Yeah, there was nothing else.
No, there wasn't. I breathed, slept, ate, drank, Andy's Man Club. Everyone that goes to their own group says it's a brotherhood that they've got. It's like having a second family.
I know a lot of men that have struggled generally, especially in the UK. I think not enough men talk about the problems.
The first step towards helping myself was joining Andy's Man Club.
The only time I first spoke about my problems was when I first went to Andy's Man Club.
I first sought help through Andy's Man Club.
It's saved my life, really.
One of the things that I still find that's been the most powerful thing is that very first night we all got together for Lad Bible showing. We hired Shay, did it all up with balloons and everything, and we had no idea at that stage whether it was going to be just me and you again, or our families were going to go. And there were 300 to 400 people turned up, and that is the first time I realised how much work we were doing to help the families.
Yeah.
There were so many families there that had lost people. 2 different mums came up to me. Oh, it's got me again. 2 different mums came up to me and said, It's the first time I've ever been able to talk about it, because suicide is something you just never talk about, and if somebody asks how did your son die, but it is very difficult to say they died of suicide, and they were both in tears, and they just said it's the first time ever we've been able to talk. And it weren't until then that I realised what a massive impact we were having on the families.
So, 5-year-old today, happy birthday, Andy's Man Club. So that first night, we've walked in, 9 men have turned up, one of which, Oliver Vicks. What a journey that man's had.
And it just...
I had nowhere to go, nobody to talk to. I found myself in the pub most nights, just for some company, to go somewhere and be around other people. I soon realised that that wasn't a very productive way of dealing with my problems. It was about that time that I found Andy's Man Club. I actually attended the very first ever session of Andy's Man Club. From there, just that first night, opening up, talking to people about my problems, it really helps put things in perspective, knowing that it wasn't just me that was going through these things, but also it's okay to talk and it's okay to get things off your chest. After that first session, I felt like I'd had 12 cans of Red Bull. I honestly felt like I could have flown home that night. And I knew then that that was a feeling that I wanted to share with as many men as possible, provide this platform to as many men as possible. So we're here now today, opening our 50th club in Pontefract. And we set out with a goal 5 years ago of having 10 clubs in 5 years. So to have 50 clubs in 5 years, it's absolutely unreal.
The fact that you were the first guy, or one of the first guys to walk through the door, one of the first guys to speak, to then go on to be a facilitator of the biggest group at the time of Andy's Man Club in Halifax.
Well, he was really first facilitator, wasn't he?
Yeah, and then became one of our project development champions, and now heading up, starting new groups. He's just put the pin on the board for the 50th group over there in Pontefract, and to celebrate he jumped out of a plane. So when people talk about that one man, it's not just a guy walked through a door and he's talked about his problems. Here's a guy who's walked through a door, talked about his problems, got himself back into his job, started seeing his son again, got his life right back on track, and now works for us, and he's jumping out of a plane celebrating up in there.
That's how Andy's Man Club grows, because once people are in better positions, they don't walk away, they want to give something back and help the next man that's going to walk through that door.
Yeah. But the biggest part for me that's made this journey so nice is the people. That's what's so special about Andy's Man Club. The people, you know, the fact we're a registered charity now, and we have 8 amazing trustees, 7 fantastic staff, over 250 plus heroes, facilitators who open those doors every single Monday night to give guys that safe place to go and talk, to the thousands, you know, the army of volunteers out there on the streets, raising awareness, backing us, supporting us, loving us, liking, sharing, commenting, every single thing that we do. Because without the people at AMC is nothing, and they are the biggest asset that we've got, and we are indebted to each and every person that has ever supported us and continues to do so. If I could send any message out, it would be that other men or other people could set up a club, call it whatever you want, just get men talking and making it feel that it's okay. Get rid of this stigmatism that it's a problem, and let's squash it together, and hopefully, you know, there can be some lives saved for this.